Welcome back, everybody, to the Just Talking Ball podcast. Today, me and Joel are gonna do some quarterback tier rankings here, and then at the end of the video, we'll talk about the Super Bowl, which will uh, be happening the day that this gets uploaded on Sunday. So, yeah, it should be a fun episode here. It's gonna be quite a bit different because we've been talking about the Broncos games for the past like 18 weeks now, and now that our season's over, we're gonna begin to more stuff like this, so that should be fun. So yeah, before we get started, please like, subscribe, share. All the support's been much appreciated lately. Um, so yeah, let's keep that up, and yeah, without further ado, let's just kind of get right into this. So, um, pretty self-explanatory, but it's just a regular tier maker here. We got every QB that's pretty sure that's played a snap this season. Deshaun Watson's on here. I guess he didn't play a snap. But yeah, otherwise we got all quarterbacks that played this year. So yeah, me and Joel will be ranking them. So yeah, let's just kind of jump right into it here. We'll start off with Josh Allen here. I'll let Joel kind of give his thoughts on Josh Allen as a player. Then I'll jump in and then we'll decide on a tier.
Yeah, well, thanks for having me on, JTB. Always a pleasure to be here. As you said, all the support's greatly appreciated to everyone out there. Thanks for listening every week. Josh Allen, I think this one is kind of the nicest one to lead off with because he's kind of secured, I think, in that elite spot, reigning MVP until Matthew Stafford won it this year. We can talk about his playoff performances as much as we want, but the Buffalo Bills have been poverty a long time until he came around with Sean McDermott. I think this one I would categorize as him being a top three quarterback.
Yeah, I think I agree with you there. I mean, very solid player. I know like some some people that me and Joel know on Twitter would not probably put him in elite, like Apollo. Would probably have him lower than that. But yeah, I fully agree with elite there. Like you said, great player, great quarterback. It's unfortunate though they had to face Denver's defense this postseason because we came to play. So um, yeah, he'll start us off at elite here. And just a disclaimer: these tiers are not in order, so don't pay attention. Like if, uh, for example, this won't happen probably, but if Joe Burrow and Joe Flacco are in the same tier and Flacco's ahead of him, that's not because we're ranking Flacco ahead of Burrow. It's just the order that we're going in. So, uh, just disclaimer there. So, yeah, we got Josh Allen and Elite, pretty self-explanatory there. So next up we got Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah, good old Jacoby Brissett. I feel like it was just a couple years ago this guy played a couple games for the Patriots after the Deflategate thing, and he's really made a career for himself just off of those games. Kind of wild to think about considering how long ago that was. Jacoby Brissett, unfortunately, is not a starter in this league, but I think he's a good vet backup to have. So I would put him firmly at backup, in my opinion.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. I would say, he's definitely a top tier backup because he actually had a pretty solid year with the Cardinals. 3,300 passing yards, 23 touchdowns, 8 picks, a 94 rating. Um, Not with the best supporting cast ever. So I mean, yeah, definitely the top echelon of backups. He's probably gonna get paid pretty good this offseason. Um, if
Yeah,
the
for sure.
Broncos if the Broncos decide to go after a backup, I would definitely not hate getting him. But talked about that last podcast. I don't really think we'll make moves at QB. So yeah, Jacoby Brissett at backup. So then we got Max Brosmer. Vikings quarterback room really struggled this year. So yeah,
Wow, we really went down the last two, huh?
yeah.
Brosmer, I can't say that I watched too many of this guy's snaps. Um, he showed a little bit of some promise in like the first two drives of that Seahawks game, but I mean, this guy, and I hate to say it, but he probably should be in that bottom tier there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, undrafted. Yeah, there's not much to say apart from he just played pretty bad. He could definitely improve, but yeah, I think
Arm.
yeah, I think right now he's probably pretty jobless. So uh, we'll leave that one there. So wow, another quarterback here. Man alive, I'm even forgetting his name. Shoot, the Broncos played him.
This is Jake Browning, right?
Oh yes, 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 Jake Browning. Yes, thank you. Yeah.
Oh man, Jake Browning, the one guy who targeted Riley Moss and made him look like a demon. I think that alone should put him in that Max Brosmer category. He had his Linsanity run last year, the year before. I don't remember which one, but man alive, like you said, I haven't seen anybody make Jamar Chase and T Higgins look that bad.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, this like you said, he had a little bit of a little sanity run a couple years ago. It might have even been a little bit of last year, but yeah, this year was completely brutal. I mean, it was bad. So yeah, definitely jobless. He probably actually will be jobless this offseason, to be honest with you. So um yeah, so now to kind of completely switch
Yep.
on the tier list, we got Joe Burrow.
Yeah, so there's a lot of Joe Burrow discourse I've seen on the timeline recently, but I still think from what he's done when he's healthy, he's an elite quarterback. I mean, the dude's a great decision maker. He's got the advantage of having Jamar Chase and T Higgins, but as we just talked about with Browning, that doesn't automatically equate to success. Um, so yeah, I'd put him up there with Allen in the elite category.
Yeah, I fully agree with you there. I mean, he hasn't had a good old line the past couple of years. He's had super elite receivers, so there's that. But I mean, not a great old line. Receivers have been banged up at times. I mean, he's an elite quarterback. There's no other way to put it. I know Ben kind of mid-season for the Broncos was pushing get Joe Burrow in the offseason. So yeah, definitely Joe Burrow elite tier. No doubt about that one. So kind of down to the bottom of the spectrum again, we got Brady Cook.
Yeah, shouts to Epic Normie on Twitter. Rest in peace is his normal account, but that he was getting the folks riled up here that this guy was going to beat the Patriots for us to get the one seed. Excuse me. But no, this guy was completely the opposite, and for that alone, he should be jobless.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's another guy like Brosmer. I mean, he could maybe turn into a backup in the future. They're both rookies, so there's a chance there. But I mean, there's not a very nice way to say it apart from he just should be jobless right now. So, um, this is an interesting
Yep.
one because Kirk Cousins here is somebody who I could honestly see the Broncos possibly going after if we decide to get a quarterback this offseason. So, yeah, this one's kind of interesting.
Yeah, I mean, Big Kirko. Obviously, he lost his job for a reason last year. I think he's still, in my opinion, this may be a hot take, but I feel like he should still be the Falcons starter at this point in time. I think every time he was in there, he kind of gave them a better chance to win over Penix, who I'm sure we'll go over later on here. Kirk Cousins, I think, is going to be in that game manager category. I think, like you said, if we had Kirk Cousins instead of Jarrett Stidham, I think we're talking about Super Bowl today instead of making this list. So I would put him up there personally. I don't know if you agree with me there.
Yeah, no, I actually I agree through there. I'm definitely higher on. I mean, obviously as the years go on, I get lower on Kirko here, but I mean, I think he's a solid quarterback. Like you said, I think game manager kind of describes him perfectly. Um, and also like you said, I do feel like Falcons were probably maybe a little bit better with him in there compared to Penix. And I mean, yeah, if we had uh, him or Brissett. I mean, just to kind of talk about Brissett there too. If we had either one of them, I think we win that game
Yeah,
against the Patriots. So, um, yeah, I think Kirko definitely game manager. He's definitely on the line between game manager and backup, but yeah, I think game manager is pretty fitting for him. So, oh, JD,
yeah, he's right there.
this one's. This one's kind of interesting. We might need to come up with a tier for this one.
Yeah, this one's tough. He's a little bit better than a game manager. I think he's a little bit less than great just because, I mean, man, just how good Mariota looked against us and just in general throughout the season kind of lowered his stock for me a little bit just because of how seamless that transition was. Um, but this was the rookie of the year last year, so he's definitely a good quarterback. But he's a little higher than game manager. He definitely would be. There's a number of teams, probably like the Raiders, Giants, um, would wish to have this guy leading their franchise.
Yeah, definitely. I think for somebody like Jaden, he's I mean, I wouldn't say he's exactly injury prone yet. Um, I mean, it has been 2 years of quite a bit of injuries though, so could kind of be entering that
Yeah, for
category.
sure.
Um, so I think kind of make it a new tier here. I would say uh, good when healthy. Does that sound good with you?
Yeah, that's good with me. Good one healthy is a good one there.
Yeah, so I mean, like we said, there, Jaden, very solid QB, great rookie year, one of the better ones of all time. But this past year couldn't really stay healthy. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with him next year. So yeah, this next quarterback here, Sam Darnold. This one's kind of an interesting one.
Yeah, Sam Darnold's had quite the year. The past 2 years actually. Um, Last year kind of the playoff choke, and this year he kind of put it together. Um, honestly, for him, he's been making some plays. I haven't seen anything that would push him towards elite at all. Um, and he was seeing ghosts just a couple years ago. This was real tough. He's like, I don't know, he's like a little bit above game manager. He's not an injury prone guy. I don't know if I could put him great. He might be like last on the great list if it was me.
Yeah,
I think I'm
yeah,
comfortable putting him at great, but like it's gonna look a little off.
yeah. We can make a what's a good tier here to make above? Um, add in like um very good. I mean, kind of vague, but I mean, I think that kind of
Almost
sums up.
there.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
almost there. I
There we
mean,
go.
if you look at his numbers this year, he definitely was like great. But like you said, I mean, he has a lot of bad film the past couple of years, so I think that
Yeah.
definitely holds
Mhm.
him back from being a great or elite quarterback. So yeah, I think Sam Darnold, very good, is definitely a very solid spot there.
Yeah, it kind of feels like a 2012 Joe Flacco type of season for him, for sure.
Yeah, yeah, it could. Yeah, yeah, definitely agree with you there. Next up here we got Jackson Dart. Um, Pretty solid year. I mean, I would almost say he could go in like the good when healthy, but at the same time, he also had some bad moments when he was playing, definitely worse than Jaden's rookie year. So I mean, um, yeah, I'll let you talk about him, Joel, and then we can decide kind of what to do with him there.
Sure. I mean, Jackson Dart, he captured everybody's hearts along with Cam Scadaboo with the Giants just because of how he plays. He definitely had, I would say, a little bit of an overinflated game against us, but still pretty solid game against a good defense. Showed some great flashes. Dude needs to learn how to slide for sure. Um, I don't know if I'll give him a good when healthy, just because, like you said, he's not Jaden Daniels level when he's healthy. I think Brian Dable kind of helped maximize his look there. I would go game manager for Jackson Dart for now.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
certainly has potential to be a very good or great in the future with the Giants, but for right now, 2020, beginning of 2026, Jackson Dart, I think, is a game manager.
yeah, yeah, definitely. I think I agree with you there. I mean, um, he would kind of, I feel like a tier that would kind of describe him good would be like solid but has lots of potential, but we're kind of running out of space here to fit everything in good. So uh, yeah, we'll kind of just put him in game manager for now, but definitely not saying that like he can't improve because he definitely can. He's just a rookie.
Yeah, it's
Um,
tremendous potential
yeah,
if he's
yeah.
healthy.
If he's healthy, yes, yeah, he definitely got to learn how to slide, like you said. Um, yeah, so now we got another one of Apollo's favorite quarterbacks, Quinn Ewers.
Dude, Texas legend, Quinn Ewers. Oh, oh man, like you said, my guy Apollo's favorite QB, Quinn Ewers had some flashes. The Dolphins were kind of a train wreck all year. I would be excited to see him have like a legitimate shot with a team, but I think he's in backup. He's not quite a should be jobless because he's young. I mean, there was a point last season, even though he kind of fell off with the Arch Manning hype and all that, where he was like projected to be one of the top quarterbacks in his class, but again, kind of fell off. So I'll put him, I would say he's a backup. Not Jacoby Brissett level backup, but interesting prospect.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. He's definitely got potential because he's just a rookie, and I think he did look pretty good in a not so great Miami offense. They didn't have Tyreek. The O line's not the best ever. Didn't have Waddle for a couple games when he played either. I mean, just I didn't watch any Dolphins games specifically, but watching Red Zone, him and Greg Dulcich, they made a pretty good pair there. So I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
elite
he
duo.
could he could definitely he could definitely be something in the future. But for now, I would say definitely a very solid backup. Oh man, so next up here we got like you were talking about with the Jets, Brady Cook, Justin Fields.
Yeah, I was always the outlier when it came to Justin Fields. I remember last year when he was benched by Russell Wilson for the Steelers, and there was this outrage of how could they do this? He's rolling. But for me, I felt like he was just not good at all, and that was very weird outrage. I know Russell Wilson didn't give them an awesome chance to be a contender, but this guy had him hopeless. I don't know. I'll leave this one up to you, JTB. I am not a Justin Fields believer at all. I feel like this guy has already exhausted his options here to be a starter or a backup. I think this guy should be jobless, but I don't know. I feel like I'm in the minority there.
Yeah, Fields is an interesting one. I mean, when you look at the base stats, it was not a super terrible year from him. Played 9 games, definitely not a lot of passing yards whatsoever, only 1,200. Solid-ish rating. Didn't throw interceptions. But I mean, yeah, like you said, yeah, I think he's kind of like in between jobless and backup. He definitely won't be jobless going into next year. He'll definitely probably be a backup for the rest of his career. But I mean, um,
Yeah, we
he,
can put him in backup. That's fine.
yeah, yeah, I think he's still a little bit of a backup. I mean, if he somehow gets another chance and stinks it up again, definitely is jobless. So
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, this one's another interesting one. Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco's elite. Um, nah, this guy, I mean, coming off his couch to just where did he even he had such a resurgence. I think before he did that, it was like the joke was, oh, you had one good season, buddy, and you have an awful career. But this guy's just a elite backup. I don't know. He's like he could just come in and like easily just he looks like Jay Cutler almost, where he doesn't care and he can just get you 20 touchdowns a season. um, I think he's firmly a backup. I wouldn't give him game manager or like starter level per se, but shout out to Joe Flacco, man. Dude's a baller.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, he definitely is a baller. Yeah, I mean, with Cleveland this year, he definitely wasn't good, but I mean, with that O line being a very
It's
pure
Cleveland.
pocket,
Yeah.
yeah, being a very pure pocket passer. I mean, it's not a good thing to be in Cleveland as it is, but I mean, being a pocket passer especially is not good. because he cooked with Cincinnati. Frankly, I mean, 1,600 passing yards, 13 tutties, 4 interceptions, 91 rating. I mean, that's solid. I would say solid backup numbers. He honestly could kind of be close to game manager, but I think backup is definitely the right spot for him right now. So
Certainly
next
was
up,
better than Fields, I'll tell you that.
yeah, 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 definitely. Now looking at it, yeah, I am gonna move Fields down because I mean, looking at the
I
guys
mean,
he's with,
you just saying it. I mean, like we go over Joe Flacco, we're like, this guy is old. He's coming off his
yeah,
couch. He probably has to like his back cracks every time he gets up out of bed, and he still outperformed Justin Fields statistically. What? Anyways, all
um,
right. Next one. Next one.
yeah. So now we got another one of the multiple Browns quarterbacks that started on the roster this season. I think there's gonna be a total of 4 or 5 on this list. So, Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah, I don't know how this guy made it to the NFL. I'm really sorry. um, the, I mean, I remember a certain member who shall not be named, huge Oregon fan, was was a huge fan of this guy. But man, I've never watched Dylan Gabriel play and like think that this guy was in the NFL. Maybe in preseason, but nah, this he won't be jobless because he's just a rookie and he may develop. But this guy was awful.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it definitely it was kind of like a he deserves a tier with Fields, honestly. Like kind of just a smidge above mediocrity because yeah I mean he was okay, I guess he's a rookie, but yeah, I think jobless right now is probably the best tier for him. um I mean I would add more tiers, but we'd be running out of space here on the screen, so uh I mean yeah, we'll
Yeah,
chill with this
definitely
here.
got a
So
lot.
yeah, this one's interesting. Another uh, favorite QB of the guy you said shouldn't be named, Jared Goff.
I'll agree with him this time, though. I think Jared Goff, he hasn't cemented himself as elite. All right, but I think we can give Jared Goff very good to great. Um, Obviously a down year for the Lions. I don't think that was really on him. I think him losing Ben Johnson really did hurt his production. But I don't know. I've always rooted for Jared Goff, and he's been very good with the Lions as of late. So I would put him kind of in the same tier as Darnold, honestly, this year.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. Yeah, I mean he's not like a super flashy quarterback. I mean he's not young, but for a pocket passer, I would say he is kind of like young. Um, he's definitely kind of like a dying breed of a quarterback right now. He's only 31. I thought he was older than that. But yeah, being only 31 and
Yeah.
much more of just a pocket passer. It's a dying breed in the NFL. So yeah, definitely a fun player to root for and watch. So yeah, I think very good is a very solid spot for him. He's very Darnold-esque. Um, and I mean, yeah, it honestly surprised me just looking at stats here. He's been really good for the past couple of years. 4,500 plus yards his past 3 seasons. Uh, 30 plus
Yeah.
touchdowns his past 3 seasons. I mean, yeah, he's been really good. Um, yeah, definitely a very solid QB that's very underrated as well. So next up, oh man, we will try and not let bias get in the way of this one, but we got Mr. If Man Justin Herbert here.
Yeah, if Justin Herbert had a great offensive line and if he had top three receivers and if he had a top one defense by, a little bit more of a stretch, then he would be elite. But unfortunately, we live in reality, not ifs. Um, I'm gonna give it to Herbert for great. All right, but I don't know if I can give him elite. It's just I love I don't love Emmanuel. Acho's takes at all, but his social media QB thing I think is just spot on. Like this guy has elite talent, but he's just not not an elite quarterback. I'll give him great though.
Yeah, I do agree with you there. The generational, just what if type guy, kind of, with his fan base there. Um, yeah, I would say great's pretty solid because he definitely he does not have the best supporting cast ever. I'll give him that, but he has great receivers. I would say great receivers. He has a great young tight end. I think he had a solid coaching staff. The O line definitely wasn't good, but quarterbacks greatly influenced the O line. So I mean, for me, he could very well go in very good. Um, but I think great for Justin Herbert is probably the right the right move there. Come playoff time, he's jobless. He should be jobless come playoff time, but um,
Definitely, yeah.
yeah, I would say he's definitely borderline great in my opinion. He could be in very good as well. So um, yeah, he's an interesting player. So yeah. Okay, now we got the Pro Bowler himself, Tyler Snoop Huntley.
I don't know. I feel like he only works with the Ravens. This guy's just an elite backup for Lamar Jackson. I don't. When he went to Cleveland, I believe, I don't think he even got in the mix there with anything. But really solid in Lamar Jackson's absence, better than you would think. So I would put him as backup, kind of that upper echelon, sort of like Brissett. And he did make a Pro Bowl, so there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say backup's probably solid for him. Yeah, like you said, it does kind of seem like he only does work with the Ravens. Yeah, just nothing crazy about him. He was okay in his time played this year. Um, I guess he was okay in Miami last year, but yeah, I think he's definitely a backup. Um, I don't think there's really much to say about Tyler Huntley. So this one's definitely gonna be an interesting one here. We got Jalen Hurts.
Ooh, Jalen Hurts. That Super Bowl was one of the worst things to happen in football discourse. I feel like he gets a lot of praise from that performance, and as he should. He defeated the evil empire. Um, didn't rely on Saquon to do it. They really did win it with his arm and their passing attack against the Kansas City Chiefs. This year, though, I'm not going to give him a game manager title. Mm, I think we can give him very good.
Yeah, I'm between game manager and very good. Yeah, yeah, he's an interesting quarterback. Some games you watch, he can be that very good, and then yeah, I mean some other games it can just be it can be you're wondering how he's even a starter in this league. Like you said, that Super Bowl was definitely um a pretty bad thing for his fan base and everything. So I mean, yeah, I would say very good. Bordering on game manager probably, but um yeah, definitely very good right now. Yeah, I would say very good. Pretty much works with man, I'm blanking here. All right, so sorry for the jump in the video here, guys, but turns out I was having technical difficulties and not Joel. So yeah, so jumping off here, we got Josh Johnson as our next QB here, Broncos legend, kind of been a legend of every team here. So yeah.
Yeah, legend is putting it nicely. I think that's going to be the last hurrah from Josh Johnson was this year. Wasn't particularly good or serviceable like he used to be, and he is getting older. I don't think he's that old, but definitely an experienced journeyman. Not quite the legend that like Fitzmagic was. So I think he's going to be jobless next year for sure.
Yeah, I fully agree with you there. I just looked up Josh Johnson just to find like his stats and stuff. And comedian comes up instead of him, so um, that kind of tells
Oh
you
my
all you need to
gosh.
know. Um, yeah, Josh Johnson, jobless. Been a very he's been around the NFL. I mean, he's been with I'm pretty sure he's been with half the teams in the league. Um, Started out in oh whoa hold up wow he has not played nearly as long as I thought he did. Oh, I guess this is just counting. Okay, this was just counting like games played. So yeah, he started in 2009 with Tampa. Yeah, I mean he's nothing special by any means, just a legend because of how he's bounced around. So um, yeah, so Josh Johnson, jobless. I think that's definitely very solid there. So now we got an interesting one here in Mac Jones.
Mac Jones, return of the Mac this year for in the absence of Brock Purdy. I think he played pretty awesome, at least to the point where he's going to keep his job. So we'll get him out of jobless there. He wasn't bad by any means. He kind of has taken the approach now of, and he did take the approach this season of like, I'm not the QB. This is just, sorry, Brock's team. I'm just here to back up and be serviceable. So he's a good backup. Um, I would put him as a game manager. I feel like if he was the 49ers starting quarterback, they would still make the playoffs. And he's a big reason why they did hold them out of some games that they may have otherwise lost if they had like Josh Johnson under the helm. So that's where I would put him, but I wouldn't mind putting him in the backup team either.
Yeah, no, I think I agree through that game manager is pretty right for him. I mean, he's still on the younger side, below 30. I'm just gonna fact check that, but I mean, yeah, everything you said completely true. 49ers still would have made the playoffs. He had a very solid year. I mean, there's no other way around it. So I mean, yeah, only 27 still. He's got a little bit more time to improve still. So I mean, yeah, I think um, he's definitely a game manager. Close. He's gonna be a backup for the rest of his career, I bet. But I mean, I would say game manager is pretty good here. So um, another QB who really came on this year, there were really thinking about. There were a ton of quarterbacks who really broke out this year. We got Trevor Lawrence, who ended up maybe getting an MVP vote or two.
Yeah. He had an amazing second half of the season. He came into Mile High and broke our massive winning streak, and he played great in that game as well. As much as you Ben and I kind of blame the defense on that, we got to give him his flowers. He balled out as well. So Trevor Lawrence, I think he upgraded to the very good kind of Sam Darnold, um, but below Justin Herbert still for now. Liam Cohen joining the team, I think, really gave him a boost that he needed. A good offensive guru. And there's a lot of guys on this list who are kind of in that same category where their coaching staff has really elevated their career. So give me very good for Elaw. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, no, I agree with you there. I mean, he was the first overall pick for a reason. Like we talked about, his career definitely got off to a slower start. The start of this season started out slow for him as well, but I mean, um, yeah, he really turned it on the second half. Like you said, me and Ben definitely blame the defense more than others because beating up on Vance Joseph defenses is easier than people give it credit for. But I mean, yes, he absolutely balled out still. Very good is definitely a solid spot for him there. Next up, we got Riley Leonard. I don't think he barely played this year, so I mean,
Look, he did. He showed flashes. I was, and we'll get to him later, Philip Rivers. He did pretty good, as can be expected from someone with 12, 13 kids. Can be at the age of 40 plus. But then this kid Riley Leonard comes in against the Texans and just goes crazy. Doesn't get the win still, but balls out. Had me thinking like, wow, why did they even get Rivers? They might have had a chance with this guy when they were still the one seed. But you know, like I said with Herbert, we don't live in the land of ifs. This guy is probably still going to be a backup in this league, but I like what I saw at the end of the season. Kind of showed some promise.
Yeah, like you say, definitely showed some flashes. Yeah, he definitely could have maybe done better than what Philip did. I don't know. Philip did a surprisingly solid job for somebody who literally came off the couch, who's literally a grandfather now. But yeah, Joel, I'm not screen sharing with you anymore, so I added in a new tier here that just says has promise in between backup and game manager. So I'll kind of let you
Okay,
here.
sweet, yeah.
Would you want to put Riley there, or would you rather put him back up?
He's young. We'll put him at has promise because we don't know what the Colts are going to do this year. He very well could start if he has a great training camp preseason.
Yeah, yeah, I agree with you there. So since I just add in this tier, do we need to put in like Quinn Ewers in there or Dylan Gabriel? No.
Definitely not Gabriel. Maybe Dart. We can move him into that category too,
Okay, yeah, I like that. I like that.
just because we didn't get a full season of Dart.
Yeah. Yeah, Dart definitely obviously played better than Riley did in Riley's limited time, but yeah, definitely both probably have promise there. Quinn, probably more of a backup, so yeah, we can leave him there. Um, Next up here we got Jordan Love.
Yeah, I'm out on the love boat with him. Um, he had a pretty good season this year. Feel like getting Josh Jacobs has really been more beneficial to the Packers offense than Jordan Love's been. I know that he had a pretty good season last year and the year before, um, but he just doesn't stand out to me. He went completely dark in the second half against the Chicago Bears in the playoffs. That's not a good look. Kind of confirmed all of my suspicions of him. Um, Threw an interception to Riley Moss. We always got to ding people for that. Um, I'll put him in not game manager. I think that's a little harsh. But we might be able to put him at just very good, but not great or elite, in my opinion.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. He's definitely kind of, I mean, statistically he maybe had a better season than in years past, but I mean, yeah, he's kind of just plateaued at this like good to very good type quarterback. So I mean, yeah, I think very good is definitely a good spot for Jordan Love. Fully agree with you there. So now we got, oh man, we got Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, well, Patrick Mahomes, I think, man, he just looked not like Patrick Mahomes this season. Usually in other seasons, you can say like, oh, his production took a dip, but then you watch the playoffs and you're like, okay, that's Patty Mahomes. But even before his injury, he was just, I don't know what was going on with him. He wasn't making the same reads he used to. Some of the crazy flashy plays, he showed some signs of that like early season, but as it went on, kind of not the same guy. But I mean, when you have the pass that he does, I think we have to keep him in elite. But I wouldn't be too opposed if we put him as at great. But I think we have to. I mean, he's still Patrick Mahomes at the end of the day until he proves otherwise.
Yeah, I mean, as much as I don't want to, yeah, he's definitely still an elite quarterback. Like I said, don't want to put him there, but I mean, he's a very elite quarterback. Already one of the already up there as a all-time great probably with just the amazing start he had to his career. So
Sure. Yeah.
um, yeah, elite quarterback Patrick Mahomes definitely all checks out there. So now we got somebody you mentioned earlier, Marcus Mariota.
Marcus Mariota. or Mariota, as Chris Collinsworth educated us on Sunday night. This guy is, I don't know. I mean, I remember when he came out of Oregon, showing my age here a little bit. Dude was electric. I really thought he was going to be the next big thing, sort of like what Patrick Mahomes is now. Boy, was I wrong about that. But he's been a really good backup everywhere he's went. I feel like he's not the starter because of God knows why. I think he just never found the right system, and his style of play is kind of up and down. But this guy is the definition of just great backup. Like if your quarterback gets hurt, this guy can get you through 2, 3 weeks.
Yeah, I fully agree through there. I was a big Mariota guy with him coming out of college. Started out his career pretty good in Tennessee. His first 2 seasons was definitely decent, but his third and fourth season left a lot to be desired. And then just has bounced around as a backup. I think he definitely could be. I guess I don't know about anymore, but when he was bouncing around as a backup, I thought he could definitely be a starter somewhere. So I mean, yeah, definitely elite backup is definitely the way to go with him. Um, I like that one a lot. I like Marcus Mariota, big fan of him. Another guy that makes you wonder if we had him uh, instead of Stidham in the playoff game, AFC Championship, what would have happened? So not to get into if scenarios there, but gotta ask that question. So now we got
Or
another quarterback from the insane 2024 draft class, Drake May.
Drake May. Well, I mean, he was second in MVP voting. You can't take that away from him. He did play pretty good this season. I think even pretty good. It's just me being a little salty here. Dude was elite. You could say what we want about his schedule. I wouldn't put him in the elite tier yet as far as NFL quarterbacks. He was playing pretty good last year as well in his rookie season, the limited time he got to see him. Give me very good for Drake May at this point in time because, again, second in MVP voting, that is something that we can't overlook. But I think we're going to need to see this a little bit more from him before I can really crown him as one of the top NFL quarterbacks.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't in a good situation his rookie year. Uh, and I mean, he didn't play very good either. Had some pretty bad interceptions his rookie year. Took quite a bit of sacks, which lots of it wasn't on him, sure,
Yep.
but I mean, still, quarterbacks affect sacks a lot. That's something, as Broncos fans, we have learned a lot between Russell Wilson and Bo Nix. Um, that sacks are very much a quarterback stat. So, um, yeah, very good. I would say he's probably great right now. Um, yeah, I don't know about you, Joel, but I think we could throw Drake in the great tier with Herbert.
He's about to play in the Super Bowl. Let's give it to him.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he's definitely, I mean, I would say if he just had a little bit of a better rookie year, we would probably be able to put him in elite. But um, yeah, it was a so-so rookie year, and then he's had a really good year here. So I mean, yeah, great is definitely a solid tier for Drake May there. So now we got Baker
Got
Mayfield.
my eyes on you, though, Drake May. Don't slump. Don't slump next year. Baker Mayfield. Look, this guy is, I don't know. He seems like the type of guy who's really pushes the extent of your ball knowledge because it looked early in the season like this guy was going to win MVP. He was going to be on this huge redemption tour. And I feel like he's at the exact spot where he was with Cleveland when he left, kind of, got a playoff win. The guy looked good, but man, late in the season, he just really dipped and fell off. Baker, for me, he has the swagger. He definitely has the potential to turn this around and has the talent to. But honestly, I'm gonna say he's a game manager.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I agree with you there. He's definitely on the tier above Kirk Cousins and Mac Jones. But again, we have so many tiers here that I'm just gonna leave them together. So I mean, he's definitely better than uh, Kirk Cousins and Mac Jones. But yeah, I would say game manager sums him up pretty good right now. He's had great receivers with him. his whole time in Tampa here. So had a rough start to his career and everything. But I mean, who's gonna really succeed in Cleveland right now? So not really all that surprising. So next up, we got
Sure.
Mr. Meme Man himself, or as other words as he likes to call himself, Nine. We got JJ McCarthy.
Well, from what I'm taking here in the lead up to the Super Bowl and all the media interaction, seems like he's about to be a backup or jobless, right? He not too many good words about him. Um, I remember Vikings Twitter kind of was going at Broncos Twitter in the preseason when somebody posted like the clip of it resurfacing.
All right, so once again, video kind of cut out. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, Joel was literally like a word away from just saying JJ McCarthy 9 is a backup. Um, and yeah, I fully agree with him there.
Will not be a starter.
Yeah, no, definitely not. So yeah, we'll throw JJ McCarthy into that backup role. And now next up, we got this one's an interesting one. We got Davis Mills.
Davis Mills. This guy, man, I don't know. I never really saw the hype, but this year he played pretty good in CJ Stroud's absence. I don't know if that's Houston's defense being so elite like they were, but I mean, the guy's nothing. He doesn't stand out, except for his long neck. That might be the only thing that really stands out about the guy. He doesn't have a huge arm or great athleticism. Athleticism, sorry, excuse me. Um, I think this he's kind of game manager backup for me, but probably closer to backup. Guy's probably going to be a career a quarterback.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. I think Davis Mills backup. Um, I definitely think he's kind of like a top tier backup. I think he kind of played like that this year. Um, and I mean, honestly, he might have been able to start over CJ Stroud, and maybe they win more in the playoffs. Maybe they end up with the Broncos. You don't
Yeah,
really know. Um, so I mean, yeah, I think
yeah, definitely.
he's a he's a very underrated quarterback. I would say. I feel like he kind of got really written off after his years starting. Um, so I mean, yeah, I think he's a very solid backup there. Um, and now next up, going from long neck to somebody who's just about the size of his neck, we got Kyler Murray.
Man, this is the guy that I was so high on before the season. I remember doing all my fantasy football mock drafts, and I was like, man, I hope I get Murray. And boy, was I happy that I didn't get him in any league because he was awful. I thought, having this new offense and Arizona was going to compete. It was going to be the year where the NFC West was going to be the gauntlet, and they really surprised me with how mediocre they were with him there. Them getting booed off the field on Thursday night. I mean, this guy, Tyler, I think he's not going to be a backup, I don't think, but he's not in the very good or good. I think he's going to be in game manager for now.
Yeah, yeah, I think I about agree with that. He's had some solid years. Um, I think, yeah, I'm not sure if he's gonna be a backup. I'm honestly hoping the Raiders pick him up, but I mean, yeah, I would say game manager is probably the right decision there. He's definitely close to being in the backup or even the jobless, honestly. But um, yeah, yeah. So next up, we got the one and only um, Pookie Bear. We got Bo Nix.
God bless Bo Nix, and man, I can't stop thinking about how that all went down after our playoff game. Um, we've talked about him in length. This season definitely had its ups and downs. I remember when I came on after the Chargers game, how like discouraged we were about his development. But man, at the end of that season, the way he outplayed Superman, It's gonna be too much of a Broncos podcast if I put him in elite. But Bo Nix is great. Bo Nix is great to very good.
Yeah, I
This guy was the
fully
number
agree.
one seed. I think we're being a little biased giving him very good, but he's up there. And I think he's gonna surprise a lot of people next year.
Oh, so you're just thinking very good?
Kind of thinking very good, but I'll get. Let's go with the one below that for now. Put him with
Bo,
with
nah, I was thinking
with our
Bo
grades
great.
there. Sweet. I'm
Yeah,
down for it. I'm down for it.
all right, bet.
I
Yeah,
know we got the Broncos lenses on, but I mean, number one seed and best record in the NFL. We're not far fetched with that.
yeah, no,
Especially with how he went out with that amazing game.
yeah, yeah. I mean, we hated on Bo plenty, especially early in the season and just early in games. He was brutal, honestly. But he always turned it up in the fourth quarter, always came in clutch, and then really down the stretch, Sean was calling very bland playbook, so stats won't jump out at you. But Bo was playing all around very solid games to end the season. Again, stats will not show that, but with the playbook he was being given those final couple games, Bo played great all around um, for the whole game. And then, yeah, he absolutely came to play in the playoffs. I mean, he was moving different. He's a playoff riser for sure. Um, I would say he played a very solid game his rookie season in Buffalo in the playoffs, and that was including all the drops. I would say he probably his first season in Buffalo there, I would say he probably played a game similar to the one we saw this year, just there were a lot more drops the previous year. So I mean, yeah, he's a playoff riser. Um,
Yeah.
he elevates this O line, I mean, greatly. This O line it was the same one we saw with Russell Wilson. I hate to bring him up, and Russ is terrible at navigating the pocket and all that, but I mean, to go from one of the worst O lines to the best O line grading wise and have people saying that the O line carries him all just within a year is just it's insane what he's done. He has a very solid and good supporting cast, but it's very overrated. And yeah, Bo deserves all the credit in the world, really.
Yeah, I mean, look, to justify this, people will say we're biased or whatever, but he was throwing touchdowns in the playoffs to Lil Jordan Humphrey. All right. So let's just two of them, but Lil Jordan Humphrey dropped one, but he hit him with a dime. And to justify anything else, just look at that throw to Marvin Mims in the fourth quarter. Just that throw alone justifies anything
Yeah.
in this ranking. He is a very good QB, and I mean, I hope the Chiefs fans enjoyed their dynasty. Not to bring this back up, but I mean, the Bo Nix era is here. Like this guy is going to be a problem in the AFC.
Yeah. Yeah, 100% agree with you there. I mean, like you said, I honestly think about it like every day I see a Bo highlight. Just what could have been if he didn't get hurt there, man. That just hurts so bad. Just crazy stuff. So next up
Hmm.
we got um we I forget who Chris Uladoka or whatever, the Chiefs' third string backup, and I'm not even gonna waste time here. I think we can just both agree that he should be jobless.
Yep, yep. I'm solid with that. He had himself a little game. He was feeling himself, but yeah, we can move on quick from him.
Yeah, not much to talk about there. Now we got Michael Penix Jr. This one's kind of an interesting one. But yeah, I'm interested to see what you think.
He's another one that he's too young to be in the jobless category, but he's not young enough, or he hasn't shown me enough to put him in like that dart Ewers category of has a lot of upside. He has a nice deep ball and a nice spiral, but that's about it. The dude can you just ask Falcons fans, man. This dude cannot at the moment, current Michael Penix Jr. cannot play. It's unfortunate because he was drafted so high. I liked him as a prospect, but just the injuries and the lack of too many game reps, I think this guy's going to be. be in backup territory.
Yeah, I was feeling either backup or game manager, or maybe has promise with Dart and Riley Leonard. But I mean, um, yeah, I think I agree with backup there. He definitely still has a chance to do something with his career, but yeah, right now he's a lot more in the backup territory than he is in the starter. Um, so I mean, yeah, now we got another one we can kind of just move on quick here. Kenny Pickett, I would say backup, pretty solidified. Um,
Yep,
he shouldn't be jobless.
we're in
He's a
line
solid
there.
solid quarterback. Just he's a backup quarterback. He's kind of the definition of it, honestly. So now we got Dak Prescott.
Ooh, Dak Prescott. Well, that's the 101 Kane, but I'm not gonna give him elite status for you, buddy. You need to give us a couple more edits for me to give him
What?
some elite glaze here. He's gonna get put in the very good category, or meh. We'll put him in the step below the very good. For Dak, he does have the stats. Very good quarterback at home in Jerry's world. He's given them the consistency that I think they've been looking for. But at the end of the day, man, I can't put him in the elite. I don't know what it is, but I just don't see Dak Prescott as an elite quarterback in this league. What
Yeah.
say you? He's paid like it though.
Oh yeah, 100% he's paid like it. Yeah, I've never been a huge fan of Dak's game. I value playoff how you play in the playoffs greatly, and he does not play very good in the playoffs. Um, but I would say, yeah, he's not elite, he's not great. I would say he's about on the tier with Jalen Hurts, Darnold, Goff, Lawrence, and Love. He's definitely he could be in the game manager tier. To find that out, we'd really need another quarterback to go play in Dallas for like a year and just see how they do with CeeDee Lamb and with all these weapons that they got out there. So yeah, I would say very good, solid there for Mr. Prescott. Next up, we got somebody who was maybe outplayed by his backup most of the season. He had some really good games in there, but Brock Purdy.
Birdie, man. He's he's a quarterback that everybody looks good in Kyle Shanahan's system, right? So it's kind of hard to grade him because when I see him as the 49ers quarterback, which is where he's at right now, he's very good. Took them to the Super Bowl, maybe could have taken them to two. Not to be in the if thing again, but if he doesn't break his elbow and early in that game, who knows how that could have turned out. They were very injured. His best weapon was just Christian McCaffrey playing tight end, running back, wide receiver, and personal protector for him. So for him to take them into Philadelphia and knock them off, there's something to be said for Purdy. But man, I just can't help but think if he was on a different team, I don't know if he would do all that. I guess we'll never know. But I don't know. I'm curious to see what you think about Brock.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's an interesting player. Great story, obviously, Mr. Irrelevant. Um, came out and balled out, took the Niners to a Super Bowl and everything. Um, yeah, I just don't know. I don't know if I'm. I don't think he's a game manager. I think he's a little bit better than that. Um,
Yeah.
but at the same time, yeah, I don't really know there. Because I'm not sure he's very good either. So maybe
Yeah, it's
good.
tough. It's tough because he had those two stinkers against Seattle. Like he had horrible game against Seattle, good game in Philly, and then worst game in Seattle the very next week. So I can't. I don't know if I can put him in like this guy will win you games on his own, but he can sling it. He's got good anticipation, good pocket awareness. Um, this is their franchise guy, but he's probably nobody else's franchise guy.
Yeah, yeah. So I think he has been banged up quite a bit in his career. So how about like good when healthy?
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I think that's fair.
So now we got, I'm pretty sure the last quarterback from the 2024 class on this list. We got Spencer Rattler. Not really gonna waste time here. I think we can kind of agree he should be a backup? Question mark.
Yeah, definitely. I think Tyler Shaw definitely took his spot there in New Orleans. I think they're gonna go in that direction. Mm, I don't know if I see this kid Rattler starting anywhere else. To be honest, not at least not this year.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Yeah. So next up we got Anthony Richardson.
This one's for you, 101 Kane. Back up to probably his youth is the only reason I'm not saying that he should be jobless yet. But this brother, oh man, a very good rookie season, but he hasn't even scratched the surface of that since. Taken out by a resistance band for this season. Some things are just better left unsaid for Anthony Richardson. I think the less said about him, the better.
Yeah, yeah, I would say backup is a respectable spot for him right now. For sure. So now we got um somebody who is not young and has a lot of promise anymore. We got Grandpa Philip Rivers here. Um, he really just kind of deserves his own like. I came out of retirement for fun for one season. I don't really know. I mean, we can just put him in backup, I guess, because I don't think he played like he could be like a backup quarterback still.
He could, but this guy needs his future OC. Maybe we need to give him the Davis Webb tier. Because it's about where he's gonna be at. Shout out to Philip coming out of retirement and doing that. Um, but yeah, he's that's definitely it for him. I think now he's riding off into the sunset.
Yeah, I think I'll just put him in should be jobless just because he should be done. And it sounds like he will be. So
He should be. Yeah.
um, he's kind of in
Enjoy
should be
retirement, Philip.
jobless. Yeah, he's in should be jobless for a different reason than everybody else. Um, so yeah, next up we got another guy who's kind of in the same boat, but I don't think he's gonna retire yet. We got Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. This hurts me to say. I loved Aaron Rodgers growing up when he was the Packers quarterback. Since he left, I'm not the biggest fan. I think him leaving Green Bay has kind of put a bad stain on who Aaron Rodgers is because he really is an all-time elite talent. But for CJ Stroud to turn the ball over what 5 times in the wild card round, and he still lost and somehow looked like the worst quarterback out there. The, he's Rodgers should be jobless. I think for the same reason as Rivers. I think if he plays anymore, he's just doing himself a disservice. He probably might because of how stubborn he is, but he should pack it up. I think this should be the end.
Yeah, I agree through there. I think really, with hindsight, he should have just retired after tearing his Achilles with the Jets that first year.
Yeah,
But
for
I mean,
sure.
again, that's with hindsight. So um, I mean, when you look at the stats, it wasn't like all that bad. But I don't think he's game manager. Like Baker, is definitely better than him. Our game manager tier is kind of weird. We can talk about that when we finish here. But yeah, I would say he probably should be jobless as well. It's probably just time for him. Same reason as Philip. They are better than everybody else and should be jobless, and they are better than probably some of the backups as well. But I mean, it's just time for them to hang it up there for sure. Um,
Yep.
we got Cooper
Yep.
Cooper Rush here. We can just throw him in jobless as well real quick.
Yep.
And
He
now
lost
we
his
got
backup job really quick.
yeah, yeah, he really did. Um, so next up here we got the one, the only, perfect timing, Shadur Sanders.
Perfect timing, Shador Sanders. Look, this statistically, it's horrible, but I feel for the guy because his wide receiver one is Jerry Judy. Um, I don't think anybody is gonna look good except for Jameis Winston last year on Monday Night Football. Maybe the one and only time that having him as wide receiver one is a good thing. He's got promise, I guess, but as a Cleveland Brown, it's hard to give anybody the promise. Deshaun Watson's going to be coming back, so he's probably going to be a backup. So I think we'll put him there for now. His name and kind of all the attention that comes to him is going to keep him in the league for a little while. So I think Shador's a backup at this point in time. Not quite jobless yet. Think he showed some promise, but he just yeah. There's a lot of interceptions off drops and just a dreadful season for the Browns.
Yeah, I think back up there is definitely a solid tier for him. Um, yeah, I would say that one definitely makes sense there. Um, so next up here we got the guy who took away Rattler's job and somebody who I like quite a bit as a quarterback, Tyler Shue.
I do too. Yeah. Think have to if I were to make a decision here, I'd put him on the has upside, or has potential tier, only because every time I see a quarterback have a short little stretch, especially when they're a rookie, I just think of Drew Lock every single time and how he was so good his rookie year and how that fall off kind of came. So I like him too. I think he's due for a much better year. Ellen Moore, great offensive mind there over there in New Orleans as well. But yeah, I think he's going to be in the upside spot. I think he's there with Dart as a promising young face down there in New Orleans.
Yep. Yeah, so now um we got the fourth AFC West quarterback from the 2025 season. Um, the other three have been in great and or elite. And now we got Geno Smith here. Yeah,
Feel bad for him too, kind of, just because he was he had his redemption arc. He beat Russell Wilson in the Broncos. He didn't write back. He had a couple good seasons and then gets Pete Carroll fired, and Pete just brings him right back into another dreadful situation. But Gino has to have some fault here as well. He's had a lot of games this season where he's had clean pockets and he's just throwing the ball to the other team just because I don't know, he just wanted an adrenaline rush or something. I can't think of a better explanation. Um, Raiders obviously not a great team, but Gino's going to be a backup. He won't be jobless just because of who he is. But yeah, he came back to being New York Jets. Gino, he's a backup, low tier.
yeah, I fully agree with you there. This is another guy we really don't have to touch on much because this podcast is going way longer than I thought. Matthew Stafford, MVP, I think undoubtedly
Really,
elite. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Good.
yeah, easy.
Yeah. I mean, there's just nothing to say. He's really gotten better with age. It kind of honestly seems like he's still somehow getting better. Another just great year from him. Um, now we got C.J. Stroud.
Oh man, CJ Stroud. This is the guy who's going to start because of his exceptional rookie year. Again, the reason why the point I made with Tyler, like they have great rookie seasons, but that doesn't always translate and show like exponential growth from there. So he's in the game manager, but he's like not anywhere near Baker. So this one's kind of tough. He's not going to be jobless. He's not going to be a backup, but he's going to be probably like the worst starter besides Kyler Murray, maybe.
Yeah, I would say I agree with you there. Running out of space with all these tiers here, so I would say game manager, but the worst possible tier game
Wherever we
manager.
have Kyler, he belongs there too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, that's in game manager there. So those two, yeah, the worst possible starting quarterback. Next up we got Tua. And really he should have his own tier of just should be in a hospital really. But yeah, he should just
just
probably be
Tua.
jobless.
Yeah,
Like yeah, yeah.
let's
I
throw
mean
him in there. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. We got Tyrod Taylor here. I think another one we can kind of just say backup or jobless.
yep, yep. We can throw him in. I think we could throw him in jobless now. I think the Tyrod
Yeah,
Taylor backup era teams really should move off of. I think he's QB3 for most teams now.
yeah, definitely. Um, Another one that I think is kind of gonna be easy with the rookie quarterbacks we've done so far is Cam Ward. I would probably say just put him in has promise.
Definitely has promise. Yeah, Coach Sala in there. He's got a good situation coming up. He had a decent rookie season. I mean, the Titans were the worst team in football when he got drafted, so he didn't do anything that I didn't expect, and I didn't expect him to save them in 1 year. So now he's got better support. He's got upside. I'll put him there
Yeah, I think him with Dayball can really end up doing something. Pretty sure Dayball wanted
for sure.
Ward more than he wanted Dart. So I mean, yeah, definitely something to watch out there for. I think Ward can definitely have a much better second season. We got Deshaun Watson here. I don't think we even need to. I mean, back up, I guess. Um, didn't play at all this year, but
Yeah, we can we can throw him anywhere. We have to see with him.
yeah. We got Carson Wentz here. I would say another backup.
Yeah, backup for him. Super Bowl champ Carson Wentz.
Yeah, yeah. He's definitely. This past year was pretty brutal. I'm pretty sure he was hurt most of the time he's playing though. So I mean, um, yeah, I would say backup.
Yeah,
And now we got, I
on
guess
his
I was
way out,
wrong.
but still backup.
Yeah, definitely on his way out for sure. I was wrong when I said last QB of the 2024 class because now we got Caleb Williams.
Yeah, the quote unquote Iceman. Um, I think Ben Johnson's really been helpful for his career. He's one of those ones again where offensive guru coach really boosted him a lot. Um, I mean, that throw that he makes the force overtime against the Rams, that was insane. Um, one of the craziest throws I've seen in a playoff game. But then he followed that up in overtime by throwing just a pointless interception when the Bears needed a field goal to win. So he's kind of up and down. He's not going to be very good for me, but I think he did enough this year to kind of put him in good.
Yeah, so I mean, we don't really have a good tier apart from good when healthy. So I mean, like top tier game manager. Does that kind of sound about right?
Yeah, yeah. I think he's got the chance to leap
Oh yeah.
into the Bo Nix category up there. And great. He's probably last on that great tier, maybe actually.
I mean, yeah, we could throw
Could
him
put
in
him up there.
very good if you wanted to.
Yeah, well, let's put him in there. He's got the talent.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's young. He's going to make dumb mistakes. He's certainly not the first or last quarterback that's going to do that. Just ask Peyton Manning. So yeah,
Yeah.
we'll put him in very good. Good season
Um,
for Caleb.
yeah, yeah, we got somebody here who probably should be paid pretty well as a backup quarterback, Malik Willis. I would say backup quarterback sums him up great. Um,
Yep. Yep.
I would
Back up.
probably
Let's
say a
stick through
top
him.
tier one.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he does the job for the Packers, and they perform very well with him under center.
yeah, now not even gonna talk about this one much. He should have his own tier, but Russell Wilson, uh, throw him right in jobless there.
Yeah, it's the end of the unlimited era.
Yeah, but
Broncos country, no more, no more ride. Want to get off now.
yeah,
It's over.
definitely. Um, Jameis Winston, I would definitely say backup.
Vibes guy, Jameis Winston.
Yeah,
Yeah, and he'll still be a backup. He's a great locker room guy, and he's a gunslinger. He'll throw 4 touchdowns. He'll give you 3 picks with it, but
yeah,
he could still sling it.
yeah. He's probably gonna be a backup as long as he wants to be a backup. Just because of his locker room presence, I would say.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, definitely like a top tierish backup. Um, so now we got Ben for the final quarterback here. We have Ben's favorite quarterback, Bryce Young.
I'm glad Ben is not here, or we would be another 30 minutes on just
Yeah,
Bryce Young.
yeah,
Bryce Young is, and again, Ben, love you, buddy. Congrats to Ben, by the way.
oh,
If
yeah,
we can break that news for him, recently engaged, by the way. So love you, buddy. Bryce manager's still not, or Bryce manager. He's a game manager. Bryce is a game manager. I'm sorry, buddy.
yeah. No, I agree with you there. Ben's not gonna like that one, but yeah. Um, so I mean, yeah, that's
Sorry, Ben. He's got the upside, but he is a
yeah.
game manager right now.
Um, so yeah, that's all the quarterbacks on the list here, and uh, I stopped screen sharing with you. So really quick, just some that are kind of sticking out to me that we can maybe change here is our game manager tier is kind of, I guess it's not that weird. We got Baker, Kirk Cousins, Mac Jones, Kyler Murray, Bryce Young, C.J. Stroud. Is there anybody there that you want to move to, like, has promise or backup, or
Mm, I really think they're all kind of, with the exception of Baker, I think he's the one that kind of sticks out because we
yeah,
kind of only have a good one healthy and great, or I should say very good category. Um, I think just to make it better, I think we can move Baker up one, but he's, full disclaimer, this guy, he's probably the worst one in that tier if we
yeah,
move him up. But
yeah?
he's the
He's
best one in the game manager tier.
yeah. I think we can put him in very good, but yeah, definitely the worst there. Probably worse than like Jaden, who's in good when healthy. Probably worse than honestly Daniel Jones and Brock Purdy, who are both in good when healthy. So Baker's kind of in his own kind of just like mid tier
Mhm.
right now, I would say. And then
Just real stuck, Baker Mayfield. He's interesting.
yeah, yeah, he is. Um, Final question here really is like so right now in our has promised we have Riley Leonard, Jackson Dart, Tyler Shue, Cam Ward. Do we want to throw like Quinn Ewers and Penix in there, or just one of them, or
Mm, I mean, Ewers is kind of what he is. I mean, it would be interesting to see him get a shot and not, the firestorm that was the Miami Dolphins. But maybe him. But even I don't think either one. Michael Penix maybe if we want to be nice to our
yeah,
friends down there in Atlanta. But
yeah, I
I
guess
honestly I don't see it. I don't see it for either of them.
yeah, I agree with you there. Still like Riley Leonard there. That's kind of one of the weirder ones, I guess maybe we have on here.
We can we can put him in backup. We can put him in backup. He has a chance to maybe start, but again, like we said, it's gonna take a Bo Nix type of preseason for
Yeah,
him to do that.
yeah. All right, so yeah, that's our 2025-26 quarterback tier list. So let us know what you guys think in the comments below. Really quick before we finish off this podcast, just kind of talk about the Super Bowl a little bit. Obviously the Broncos aren't in it, and honestly, I think me and Joel can agree that there might not be much to talk about with this Super Bowl here. So I mean, we can give you score predictions here. If you want to get started with that, Joel.
All right. I'm gonna lead it off. Um, I have zero love for the New England Patriots right now. I don't think I ever will again after the Tom Brady years and what happened this year. But give me Seattle. Give me Seattle by a lot. They're not going to give them 43-8, but I would say like a 34-10 Seahawks.
Yeah, I was actually thinking almost like that exact same score. I think I'll go like 28 to 13. It's kind of a close game, but I don't think it'll feel very close. Maybe for the first quarter it will, but at some point Seattle will pull away. Even if the scoreboard doesn't show like a huge blowout, it'll be a very convincing Seahawks W, I think. So I mean, yeah, obviously me and Joel both think Seahawks win pretty easily there. So you got a Super Bowl MVP pick there?
Mm, Yeah. I'm gonna say Super Bowl MVP. I'm gonna go with kind of a weird one. I know JSN would be someone who stands out as kind of the favorite, but I'm gonna go with a weird one. I'm gonna say that Zach Charbonnet is gonna win MVP.
Oh,
We'll have a running back MVP. I think he can have a big game. Um, and I don't know. I just see it. I'm feeling lucky. Don't take that to the books, but
okay.
um,
So
yeah, Zach Charbonnet 3 touchdown game.
okay. Really quick though. You obviously weren't watching the end of that Niners Seahawks game because Charbonnet tore his
Oh,
ACL.
he got hurt, didn't
Yeah,
he?
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I remember that now. As soon as like I said it, I was like, he might be hurt. I don't think I'll. Okay, we'll give it to Kenneth Walker.
Yeah, yeah,
He's
yeah. I
not
could,
getting carries taken from him. So
yeah. Um, this one I'm kind of gonna go with a little bit of a different one. Somebody who I've really come to like this season. I'm gonna go with linebacker Demarcus Lawrence or defensive end technically. Um, yeah, he's kind of surprised me this year. With Seattle, he had some good years with the Cowboys, kind of fell off, and then really had a resurgent year this year. But I mean, he's forced 3 fumbles this season, 6 sacks, and with the way Drake May has played in these playoffs, he will fumble, and he will turn the ball over. So I'm gonna go with that. Demarcus Lawrence has a really good Super Bowl game, and gets himself that Super Bowl MVP. But um, yeah, obviously Kenneth Walker, Sam Darnold, and JSN are probably the safe choices there for Seattle. Um, so yeah, that's our
Kenneth Walker's
quarterback
gonna win it for
rankings.
Zach Charbonnet. How about that?
Oh yeah, yeah, I like that. I like that. Yeah, so I mean that's our QB tier list. Unless if you got anything else to say, Joel, I think we're about done here.
No, that is it. Appreciate the support, y'all. Can't wait for next one.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for the support recently. Sorry about the weird like technical difficulties throughout this one. This one's gonna be a lot more edited than in ones past, just because my AirPods decided to completely die on me there. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have a great Super Bowl Sunday, and let us know what you think of the tier list in the comments below. And yeah, have a great day. Go Broncos.